So let's get right into it. What happens when your favorite food companies, the ones making your snacks, your noodles, your sodas, suddenly decide to get into the tech game? Are we about to see genius or just a gimmick? Well, we're going to find out. We are putting them all to the test. We're talking small brands all the way up to giants like McDonald's and Nutella. We're going to see who actually knocks it out of the park and who should probably just stick to what they know. All right, first up, let's talk about the gadgets that sound amazing on paper, but in reality, they have some pretty serious flaws. We're kicking things off with the solution to a problem you probably never even knew you had. Yep, you're seeing that right. Pot Noodle created an official spinning fork to save you from the apparently back-breaking labor of twirling your own noodles. It's battery-powered, it has these cool wavy prongs, and it promises a perfect bite every single time. But there's one tiny problem. It is unbelievably loud. Seriously, any convenience you might get from an automatic twirl is just completely canceled out when it sounds like you're operating a jackhammer right next to your head. It's a fun idea, for sure, but it is not better than a regular old fork. And speaking of flawed, Cheetos actually made a machine to create that glorious Cheeto dust whenever you want it, but the process is a lot. You have to put the Cheetos in, hold the whole thing at a perfect 45-degree angle, shake it consistently, and hear me out, you could just crush the Cheetos in the bag. Takes about 4 seconds. So while we all love the dust, this gadget is definitely not the answer. Okay, now we're entering a category where the line between an actual product and a brilliant marketing stunt gets really blurry. These are the gadgets that make you stop and ask, wait, is this for real? You heard that correctly. Heineken, the beer company, went out and made an entire phone with one single purpose: to make you put it down. It's this custom-designed see-through phone built entirely on the idea that maybe, just maybe, we should be talking to each other instead of staring at our screens. And oh, they absolutely committed to the bit. The features are hilariously bad. The camera is awful. The snake game literally plays itself for you and then tells you to go party. And my personal favorite, the DIY taxi call function, it just tells you to go ask the bartender. It's a true masterpiece of uselessness, and honestly, as a marketing campaign, it's genius. And for our next bizarre creation, we have KFC's official scented fire log. Now, just looking at it, it kind of looks like a pile of garbage. But this is the perfect example of not judging a book by its cover. Because despite how it looks, the smell is uncannily accurate. It's herby, a little spicy, and it is undeniably KFC. But hey, it's not all just gimmicks and weird marketing stunts. Some of these food brands have actually managed to create tech that is genuinely, surprisingly good. These are the rare gems. Check this out. Barilla's 3D printed pasta. Now, does it taste any different from the stuff you get for under $1? Nope, exactly the same. But it costs a whole lot more. So, why is it an A-tier product? Because this isn't for your average weeknight meal. This is for when you want to put a plate down on the table that looks like a literal work of art. The appearance alone is stunning, and it will absolutely blow your guests away. Then you have the Velvetizer from Hotel Chocolat. It's a machine designed to do one thing: make the absolute smoothest hot chocolate you can imagine. It uses magnets and a special whisk to create this perfectly frothy, velvety texture. And the result? People are calling it a perfect 10 out of 10 drink. But, and this is a big but, there's a catch. The machine itself, all it does is create the texture. All that amazing flavor is coming from Hotel Chocolate's really expensive pre-portioned powder packets. So you've got to ask yourself, is that perfect texture worth the price, the counter space, and the fact that you have to wash it by hand? For most people, probably not. And we can't possibly forget the Oreo music box. It looks like a tiny little record player, but for your cookies. And the tech behind it is surprisingly clever. A light shines on the Oreo, and as you take bites, sensors underneath can tell how much cookie is left, and they actually change the music. It is a total gimmick, of course, but a pretty cool one. Okay, you'd think the biggest brands, the ones with basically unlimited budgets, would nail this kind of stuff, right? Well, let's take a look at what happens when the giants of the industry get it spectacularly wrong. Coca-Cola dropped a whole line of branded tech, and honestly, it's just a catalog of disappointment. The K-pop speaker can sounds tinny and cheap, the $70 hot dog roller is made of flimsy plastic and literally shoots hot dogs off the rollers. And the $240 fridge that looks like a vending machine, it shakes your cans and only holds 2 deep. For a premium brand like Coke, the quality is just not there. And McDonald's didn't do much better. Their tech merch feels like it's from a different decade. The wireless charger shaped like a box of fries was called the single worst one a reviewer had ever used. It took over 5 hours to charge a phone and used a micro USB port. And the keyboard, which looks like it should be nice and clicky, is just mushy and poorly made. The final grade? A solid D. But after all of that, we have one final product left to review. This is the one. The one that sounds like it was pulled directly from a Willy Wonka fever dream. It is time for the main event. This is the Nutella electronic dispenser, and it is designed to work with these giant pouches. That is right, a full kilogram of Nutella in one single bag. This is not a toy. This is a serious piece of equipment for serious Nutella fans. But, perfection takes time. Once you load that massive pouch in, the machine takes a full 120 minutes. That's 2 hours to heat the Nutella to the perfect, warm, runny consistency. The wait is almost unbearable. So, was it worth it? Oh yeah, absolutely. The dispenser gives you a programmable, perfectly portioned amount of warm, perfectly spreadable Nutella on demand. It is, without a doubt, a dangerous and wonderful machine to have in your house. I think we just found our S-tier champion. So let's do a quick recap of the final rankings. The Nutella dispenser stands alone at the top, a clear S tier. Barilla's 3D printed pasta gets a very strong A tier just for its pure style points. And McDonald's, well, their tech merch is landing firmly in the D tier. So what's the big takeaway from all this? Look, most of the time, tech from a food brand is just that, a clever marketing gimmick. It's too loud, it's inefficient, or it's just plain weird. But every once in a while, you find an idea that is so deliciously brilliant, it just works. And that leaves us with just one final question for you. After seeing all of this, from the absolutely brilliant to the truly terrible, what's a piece of tech from your favorite food brand that you genuinely wish was real? Let that one sink in.